Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. As you can see, I am rocking the new kit. Got it for 25 quid. Yeah, it doesn't sell. Got it for 25 quid. Uh so I'm actually loving this, to be honest. It's very good. It's a smaller size now, because I used to wear a big size, but now it's a smaller size, filling it in, it's better. It doesn't look like I'm wearing a curtain, but I'm good. But welcome to the show, guys. um can you hear me? That's the good thing. Let me ask, can you hear me, and is the sound quality good? Because I like watching my videos back, and I got a new mic. So there's a setting of the new mic where you can set it up. uh I didn't set it up at all. I just started using it. Then I noticed one thing: the mic was a bit, it didn't sound great. So is it the mic itself in general, or is it because I set it on high? But welcome to the show, guys. It's the Everton versus Man City preview. And I'm pretty sure some people are wondering, as like, why is he speaking that way? It's because when you watch yourself, when you watch yourself, like I watched myself yesterday, after I did the show yesterday, I was speaking fast. I speak fast. I don't know why. Nobody has ever told me. I speak very fast, and I just keep going. I just keep going. I just keep going. So I said, you know what? I'm going to speak lower. I'm going to speak in points. But welcome to the show. I hope it doesn't get boring because of that. But we are previewing Everton versus Man City. Obviously, it's reached a point where every game right now is a final for Man City, unfortunately, and it's because we've been stinking the whole season. These games have finally become our finals. I remember back in the days, especially when we were winning, when things were all good with us. These games used to be the finals because we're winning the trophy, we're winning the Premier League. Now we can't win the Prem. We're basically in the semi-final for the FA Cup. We're looking forward to the World Club World Cup, or World Club, which is the Club World Cup, which is happening after the season is over. So Man City need to be in the Champions League. So this is um this is therefore our opportunity. It's McKinnon Therapy. Big up to you. I think I watched you in one of the channels. I don't know if you were you on Dap's channel or were you in LB's channel? I saw you on one of the channels. Big up to you. Herbo says Mike is good. Ed said Mike is good. So we're good with the mic. Guys, put those likes up. If you're on Twitter, just like the stream that is on Twitter, because I see majority of you are on Twitter and you love Twitter. But if you're also on YouTube, go ahead, like the video. I'm not going to, I said I'm going to try speak a bit lower, not try speak a bit fast. I'm going to speak little slowly but slowly so that you guys can understand me in a way. So anyway, let's preview this. As always, when I'm doing my previews, I like to check the form of the teams. I like to see how the teams are doing and how the teams are on the table. So I don't know where we are on the table ourselves as Man City. We're fifth on the table, but I'm gonna share the table with you guys. But as I'm sharing the table, like the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and put your notification buttons on. Put your notification buttons on if you want to know whenever I'm live. Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw you on LB's panel. Yeah, big up to you. That's why I said I saw that name. I saw you on LB's panel. You were very good. You were doing very good. Big up to LB also. So anyway, as I said, this is a very important game for Man City. Um, at this point in time, it's an important game for most of the teams that are competing for the Champions League spots. There's not a lot of spots. There are 5 spots for the first time ever. But guess what? I can say proudly and say the spots are limited. The fact that there is 5 spots, but trust me, those 5 spots are limited because everybody wants those spots. Everybody wants those spots. We're talking about Chelsea, they want that number 5 spot. We're talking about Fulham, they have the opportunity to get into that competition. We're talking about Bournemouth, they also have the opportunity. We're talking about Aston Villa. We're talking about Nottingham Forest, they're already there. Newcastle, WWWWOWs, they also want to get in there. Newcastle seem to be the only club amongst the 7 or the 8 that are in top form. The other clubs are on and off. Aston Villa, 4 dubs. Newcastle and Aston Villa meet each other. That's an advantage for Man City. That's why it brings us to this fact that Man City, as I said in the title, need to win this game. We had also to win the United game. That's one of the games we had to win because a lot of the guys who are in the top 6 or top 7 or top 8, they did not do well that weekend, and we fumbled by losing to United. But look at this table, guys. I'll let you look at the table. We definitely, if we lose against Everton, we are in trouble. I can say this, guys, and I can say this, guys, in the chat. You can agree with me. If we lose against Everton, we are in trouble, and I think it's going to be peak. And as I said, the only advantage of Villa and Newcastle is Villa and Newcastle are playing each other. Um, the guys we're playing right now, let me see what sort of where they are on the table. They're 13th on the table. They get a lot of draws, but we're gonna look into. Let's look into the form and starts. Let's look even into the history of the game between. So it's gonna be 3 o'clock for people who are in England and people who are in Ireland like myself. It's gonna be a 3 o'clock kickoff tomorrow, Saturday. Uh, if you look at the form of Man City and Everton, nothing to desire. Everton drew with Wolves. They drew with West Ham at home. They lost to Liverpool 1-0 recently, but they drew with Liverpool at Merseyside. Arsenal drew with Everton. So Everton. If you look at Everton, by the way, if you want to study them and look at them with the top teams, they actually have taken points away from the top teams. That's where it's a bit scary because they've either drawn or maybe taken points away from the top teams. Uh, Obviously, they won against Forest 1-0, and that's away at Forest, and that's where we lost at Forest. We lost against Forest. We drew against Brighton. We beat Leicester. Leicester are shit. Leicester are crap. Leicester are straight doo doo. Leicester is not doing so well at the moment. Uh, Very, very, very difficult to see them doing anything. I think they're also going down. If I'm being right, Leicester have been horrible. One of the most horrible teams. We drew against United, and that's the game we had to win. I think we had to win against United. We beat Crystal Palace, which I thought was going to be a difficult game. It was a difficult game. It started dark. I think against Crystal Palace, I was away. I was watching the game in the car, and within the time I switched on the game, it was already 2-0. I was like, oh my god, not again. Nobody liked the lineup. So that's the form guide, guys, between Everton and Man City for the last 5 games we've played. Nothing to desire, nothing exciting between the two. You would call it a mid off. If look, if there was a table, by the way, somebody said if there was a table that was made for Man City in recent games, apparently we are 13th or something. If the table was made based on recent games, we are not on a good number. Apparently we are like 13th or something. If you make the table, that's what somebody told me. The head to head, we drew in 2022. We drew against them. We beat them 3-0 at Goodison Park. That's in 2023. 2023, we beat them again at Goodison Park 3-1. We beat them 2-0. Then we drew with them 1-1 in December 2024. So we actually do well against Everton. We actually do well against Everton, but we've never, by the way, had a high scoring game with Everton. Have we ever? I don't know. I don't remember ever beating Everton with very, very big margins. I think we always beat them, but it's not that easy. The table made all season. We're going to draw the match against. Okay, the table made all season. We're going to draw the match against Everton. Is that what you feel? Is that what everybody thinks in the chat? Do you think it's going to be a draw? We'll talk about that in a few minutes. But yeah, guys, the recent meetings, Everton and City, we've actually done very well, to be honest. But don't forget, we've actually done well because we were a better team. But it wasn't easy games. I remember those games. They were not easy as they look. Those 3-0s were not easy as they look. I remember we had to fight tooth and nail to beat teams like Everton. Right now they're in great form. I know that the form doesn't look like anything to desire, but Moyes has made them difficult to beat. Basically, it's at Goodison Park, and I think these are their last games in Goodison Park, so it means something for them, and they're becoming very difficult to beat. I remember I saw the post match after they drew with Liverpool. Moyes was like, my team, I respect them right now. Even if the big teams, we are making it very difficult for the big teams to beat us. Now, Everton's special Everton right now, even David Moyes, are specialists in no block and counter attack. They have McNeil. I don't know if Dominic Calvert-Lewin is back. He always gets injured. Decore, very good in transition. Decore and very powerful and very good defensively in midfield. I think Decore, to be honest with you, I always thought Decore will end up in a top 6 team. I rate Decore. I think he's very good. Um, Obviously, very stable defense. Tatoski is there. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but they've got a very good team. Like the team is good right now with David Moyes since he went there. So it's not gonna be easy. And as I said, it's a Goodison Park, and these are their last games at Goodison Park, so they'll be pumped. And I'm pretty sure they want to finish higher on the table because it means something to them, and it means something to anybody. So it's not going to be an easy game. Everton play a low block. That's why it's not high scoring. Yeah, they always play a low block. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Um, it also depends on what team selection Pep Guardiola is going to go with. Because the team selections have been weird. They've been very, very weird. Like this last game, his selection was weird. There's no wingers. He played no wingers. And it's been like that all season. You don't know what Pep Guardiola is going to decide to pick. Bernardo Silva hasn't played in a while. So we know what that means. Bernardo Silva hasn't played in a while. So we know what that means. Bernardo Silva might show up. Last game, he played Marketing, and everybody was surprised. I think I was like, I didn't expect Marketing to play. And then he had all the wingers on the bench. So for this fact that it's a low block, is Pep Guardiola going to play Doku for him to dribble into the low block? Or he's going to go like, okay, I don't need Doku. I'll play Jack Grealish. Is Jack Grealish going to be good in the low block? Is he going to play Jack as a midfield, as everybody wants Jack in midfield? Is KDB going to play again? Because he keeps playing KDB ever since KDB announced his leaving. Is he going to play Bernardo Silva to say, oh, it's a low block. I want Silva who can, I don't know, hold on to the ball, dribble into the box. Is he going to play Mamouche? Obviously, he has to play Mamouche because Haaland is injured. But is he going to play Mamouche? You never know with Pep. Foden wasn't there in the last game. Is he going to play Foden? There's a lot of questions here on how he's going to approach this game because, as I said, we are expecting them to pack the bus. But there's a big but. Pep Guardiola, when he sees teams pack the bus like Everton, he goes for players like Gundogan. He goes for players like Bernardo because they can keep the ball and then they can maneuver in small spaces. But that works good. Yeah, maybe you want to break down the defense, which you need Gundogan and KDB and those guys. But it doesn't work when Everton break on the counter and you have got people like Gundogan, De Bruyne, and Silva in that midfield. It's not going to be fast. So anyway, I'm gonna pick the team with you guys. So we're gonna pick the team based on the fact that we are playing Everton. And as I pick the team, you guys can get involved in the chat. Like the video, as I said, subscribe. We're also getting close to 4K. We are on 3,900 right now. We're getting close to that 4K, 100 away from 4K. Appreciate all the support. The channel grows more as you guys support. Liking the video is also free, by the way. A lot of people think liking a video costs money. No, liking the video is free. Subscribing is also free. It's not like you're subscribing and paying a fee unless you want to become a member. You know what I mean? But anyway, as we pick the lineup, I'm going to explain why we're picking certain players. Because certain players might not play this game. And I'll explain to you why I am going to go with wingers. I would rather go with wingers than try to put midfielders playing as wingers. Anyway, let's start this. Let me get my lineup software loaded here. Sorry, I wasn't ready. I'm usually ready with this. Everton versus Man City. I'm always prepared with all this. This is the first time I don't have it all prepared. I wasn't really prepared. There's my favorite formation. Okay, Grind. I'm going to share this with you so we can make the lineup together. Bear with me for a minute. Let's see. There we go. And then, as I said, I'm going to explain as we go through exactly why I have picked certain players for certain positions. Okay, guys. Edison is injured. He's after the groin injury in the last game. He was subbed off, and Ortega came on. And Pep Guardiola in the press. I was just watching the press a few minutes ago. Edison is still injured, so we will not have Edison in this game. Such a big loss because he is a keeper that makes us play better, according to me. I don't know how other people feel, but according to me, when Edison is in goal, we are not easy to press. We have a danger of if you press us very highly, Edison will look the ball over your defense. So we play good sometimes with Edison. Obviously, some people prefer Ortega because he's a short stopper. That's what people say. But it is what it is. So Ortega goes in goal. Ortega. Oh, sure. My bad. Ortega. Ortega goes in goal. He's had Ortega this season. He's had a up and down season. Every time he plays, he's had good games, then he's had bad games. To be honest with you, you can't really blame him because majority of the players this season, majority of the players we have, they haven't been great at all. They haven't been great at all. So I can't really blame Ortega for having a on and off season, to be honest. But it's Ortega in goal because Edison is injured at the moment. So let's keep going. So anyway, right back. I think if the club is buying somebody right now as we speak, I don't want to like if we're buying somebody and if we start seeing transfer rumors, I would appreciate it more if I start seeing four backs. If I start seeing the club talking about getting four backs, because my God, uh, we are starving. We are starving as a club, and the fact that it's Man City, the money they have made for the past few seasons, I don't understand why a club like Man City doesn't have a proper fullback. I don't get it. Is it a Pep Guardiola thing? Is it a money thing? Like, is it a City thing? We don't have any fullbacks in the club, like at all, and we have to play midfielders. We have to play Nico O'Reilly as a fullback. We have to play Nunes as a fullback. We have to play Nico Lewis as a fullback, or sometimes play Kusanov for one of the centre backs. But playing against now let me explain to you. Some people will not like this, but when you're playing against Everton, right, they hit you on the counter, but City will have more of the ball. So, would you play Nico Lewis because you're gonna have more of the ball at right back? Do you play Nico like Lewis? Does Lewis play at right back because you're gonna have more of the ball, or do you play Nunes just in case maybe there's a bit of physicality because McNeil is very fast and Everton can hit you on the break. I don't know. So what I'll do is for this game, I'm going to play Nunes because I think out of the right backs, he's actually been one of the solid ones. And I think he's very good at crossing. You're right, Alf. I'll just say the same thing. Big up to Alf. Guys, go subscribe to Alf's channel. He does City content. Nunes, for me, at right back. Cambiaso news came out today. Yeah, I saw the Cambiaso news. I think it's 75 million or 60 million plus 15 million add-ons, isn't it? Very, very high price for somebody who gets injured. Another thing I wanted to ask the guys who are in the comments. What's up with Kusanov? We haven't seen Kusanov for a long time. I know Kusanov is not injured, right? But ever since a few games ago, I haven't seen Kusanov, and he was having such a great part of the season since he came in. After that Chelsea game, he was money. So what's happening with Kusanov? I'm not sure. I know that Ruben Diaz right now and Josko have a great partnership. But what's happening with Kusanov? I just want to ask, like, what's happening with Kusanov at the moment? If anybody knows. Yeah, Nunes. So we go Nunes. The reason why I'm going for Nunes, right, is the fact that if we get countered by a counter attack by Everton, I think Nunes has the capability and physicality to run back and track back. So I go for Nunes, and his crossing is good. You're right. Nunes is better at crossing. That is true. Even though we know that Rico is good in tighter spaces and Pep Guardiola might play Rico Lewis. We know that's his boy. He's not coming to starting every match. Pep is giving him time now. Diaz and Vardy are playing well. That's why Pep giving some time to Kosanov. Okay, yeah, fair. That's a fair comment. That's a fair comment. So obviously Josko, who has been very good at centre back. Wow, surprise, surprise. The guy who was bought to be a centre back is playing good as a centre back, and this is good because I was saying we did not spend 90 million for a centre back for him to play left back. Get a left back. Get a left back. Don't spend 90 million on a generational, as they said he was a generational centre back. Good performance in the World Cup. Very good at 1v1 defending, very fast, very comfortable on the ball. Yet we played him as a left back. I was just saying we are missing out. We wanted to see him as centre back, and now him and Diaz. And you know what? Big up to Diaz because every time Diaz plays um centre back with somebody, he actually makes them look good and comfortable. Let's be honest. Diaz Akanji looks comfortable. Diaz Ake looks comfortable. Diaz Stones looks comfortable. Diaz is actually money. Even Diaz Kusanov looks comfortable. Obviously here we play Nick O'Reilly. Nick O'Reilly. To be honest with you guys, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I know right now Nick O'Reilly is cooking as a left back, but I want to see him as a box to box midfielder. Excuse me. I know Nick O'Reilly is cooking at the moment, but I would like to see Nick O'Reilly play as a box to box midfielder. I would like to see him play in midfield. I don't know if it's just me, but I would like to see him play in midfield. I know it's not going to happen in this game, but in the future, he has the body. He just reminds me of a young Yaya Torre. Remember Yaya? The body, the way he carries the ball, the way he crashes into the box, and the way he's very dominant in the air. And the way the way he's just confident, it just makes me laugh. So I would like to see Nick O'Reilly as as a box to box midfielder very soon. I'd like to see him as a midfielder. Like I will, I can't wait. I can't wait. I just want to see him as a midfielder, and I know he's cooking, but I want to see him as a midfielder. It says we all want that, but it's not gonna. Let's see, we all want that, but it's not gonna happen. I know, but I don't know, man. Nico need with Rodri. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not a bad shout. Nico with Rodri. But I don't know, man. I just want him to see him as an option. You know what I mean? Like an option. So I just want to see him as an option. I just want to see Nico Riley as an option for what you call that for us to have as a midfielder. It will not happen, but it will see. We'll see. Diaz needs one ball playing defender. That is true. Diaz cooks very well when there's a ball playing defender, and he always does very well. Yeah, I read that. He probably be 3 or 4 option next season for the number 8. Yeah, that'll be great because there's not a lot of number 8s in the world right now. If you talk about it, there's not a lot of good number 8s, and if you can mold Nick O'Reilly into a proper 8, that would be incredible. If you can put Nick O'Reilly and make him become a proper 8, that would be good. I will play. Oh, I'm gonna play Kovacic, but I know even though I put Kovacic, I know Pep is gonna play Gundogan. Gundogan has played a lot of games, by the way. He's played a lot of games more than other midfielders. I'm surprised. 34-year-old Gundogan has been played more than everybody in this City team by Pep Guardiola. It's mad. It's mad. It is mad. I'm gonna play Kova because at least Kova's got legs than the other guys. I don't think Gundo against a very physical Everton it can be great. So I'll put Kovacic. As bad as people say Kovacic is bad, but I'd rather have Kovacic in my midfield next to Gonzalez. And another thing is, I hope he doesn't drop Nico Gonzalez because last time he dropped Nico Gonzalez, we didn't look great. We never look great when Nico is dropped. I think he dropped him against United, and I was like, "What the hell are you doing?" We got dominated in midfield by Ugarte and Casemiro. We need 7 midfielders. We're going to sign Verts and I don't know. Is it Rigid Runs? Is that the guy from AC Milan? Rodri, Verts, Foden, Echeverry, Nico, O'Reilly, and one uncle. Yeah, it is what it is. By the way, you guys keep calling these guys uncles, man. These guys are not uncles. Yeah, so this is my midfield because, as I said, we will get countered in few times. But I think this midfield, with the two of Kova and Nico, they protect the back line and they obviously break down those counters. For the wingers, right? Does he play Markety again? Because he says Markety has a sense of goal. Or Savio. We haven't seen Savio. Does he play Savio? Or do you start Oscar Bob? Guys in the chat, do you start Oscar Bob? You know what? Fuck it. I'll start Oscar Bob, man. I want to see Oscar Bob. I want to see Oscar Bob back. I'll start Oscar Bob. And then this side, I'll play Savio. Yeah, that would be my line. And then Omar. Okay, so that's my team so far. I'll play Savio and Oscar Bob. I think Oscar Bob is very good. Man, I'll start him. Give him 60 minutes. I think Oscar Bob is very good in tight spaces and low blocks. And that would be my team so far. Do you think that's a good team, or am I exposing the team a lot? Because we also have got two midfielders playing as fullbacks. Is the team exposed? So who plays as our number 10? Foden, Jack Grealish, Bernardo, Gundogan. Who plays as the number 10? Do you put Foden? Do you put KDB? Do you put Gundogan? Do you put Bernardo Silva? Do you put what's his name? Echeverry? I know we're not seeing Echeverry. I'm just joking. But who plays as a number 10? Because I know a lot of people be like KDB, but do you play KDB again for the third game? Okay, looks like it's KDB. We still rest so De Bruyne. Yeah, I think this is a good enough team to beat Everton. We've got Ortega in goal. We've got Nunes, who, as I said, is good at crossing, good on the ball. Obviously, we don't have height in the box. So, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Then we've got Diaz and Josko, who've got a very good partnership. And then we have Nico O'Reilly, who has been playing very well as a left back, makeshift left back. And then we have got Kovacic and Nico Gonzalez as the two in midfield. One can do as an 8, one can do as a 6. Then we've got KDB being the creative source for the team. And in this game, because he has got Kova and Nico O'Reilly, maybe he doesn't have to defend much. Then I bring in Oscar Bob, who I think is very good in tight spaces because Everton are going to pack the bus. Oscar Bob can be able to dribble into the box. And then we've got Savio, who I think is better at the left-hand side as he played for Girona. His goals were better at the left-hand side. He struggles to score goals at the right-hand side because I think he's one-footed. And then we've got Mamouche as a striker. Guys, this lineup here, this lineup we have right now. Let me check your WhatsApp. Yeah, so this lineup right now, as we speak, I think this is a good enough lineup to beat Everton. My prediction for the game. I know everybody's looking for a prediction. I know. Every time people come here, guys, you can let me know in the chat. Say, look at us spamming crosses when we have no height in the box. I don't know, man. Sometimes you have to spam them crosses, you know. I don't think Bobby will be fit enough yet. Yeah, I know, but let's just throw him in there for excitement. Abidi, man, don't be negative. Have a bit of smash those likes, and if you're new, subscribe. Big up to you, Mancunian Way. Big up to you guys. Go subscribe to Mancunian Way. One of my close friends. Big up to you, Martin. It says I don't think Bob will be fit. I think he will. Bob is not starting. Markety right and Mamouche left. I'm gonna leave Bob there. I'm gonna leave Bob as one of the wingers. I think Pep Guardiola is so excited to see Oscar Bob. He'll play Oscar Bob. That's what I'm saying. We'll see. But anyway, guys, that is the preview for Everton. As I said, we really need to approach this game with caution because Everton under David Moyes have become so difficult to beat. They have taken points away from the big six and from big teams, as we saw on the form guide. And if we are not smart enough, Everton might beat us. So we need to be aggressive in this game, and we need to score early. I think score early, shut them down, score early, shut down Goodison Park, and then finish them off early. Don't try to keep it late. Don't try to have this patience thing. Try to score as much as you can. Test what's his name, that keeper. He's not very good sometimes. He has very shit days. Sometimes he's got good days. Test that keeper. Pep excited but not going to rush Bob. Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna leave Bob there because I just want to see Bob. So anyway, guys, that's my team. Let me know in the comments yourself, guys, what you think of the team, and let me know yourself if you're watching this later, what team you can pick and how you think Pep is gonna approach this. Is Pep gonna play the so-called anchors, as people call them, or is Pep going to play the youngsters in this game and try go for it? Are we gonna see Savio as a winger? Are we gonna see Doku as a winger? Are we gonna see Jack Grealish as a number 10? Because I would like to see Jack Grealish as a number 10. Are we gonna see Gundogan again for the 5th time? But so far, that's the team. As I said, the injuries are Akanji is back in training, but not fit enough, I think, to play. Edison is injured, is out. John Stones is out. Ake is out. We know that already. But apart from that, I think Foden is back in training. But I don't think Foden is going to play. I would rather give Foden more time off from football. But guys, that is the preview, guys. As I said, we're getting to 4K subscribers. There's just 100 people left. These 100 people, can somebody give me these 100 people so we can get to 4K? I just want to get to 4K, just get to 4K. But thank you very much, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for all the support, guys. As always, subscribe, put your notification buttons on if you want to know when I'm live. Yeah, that's some good tea. And a show at 3:45 with Pat and Dabs. Come join us later on the Mancunian Way. I got the text from him. I'll be there on the Mancunian Way. If you guys can go and support there at 3:45. But that's for me, guys. Tell me what you think of this match, and tell me, do we really need to win this match, or maybe the fact that Aston Villa, Newcastle are playing, most people are like, it doesn't matter if we draw, we can still get points from elsewhere. But let's not forget, we're playing Villa next week, and Villa almost beat PSG. I'm gonna leave it at that. But anyway, from me to yours, guys, have a lovely day, and I'll see you on Martin's channel. And maybe on Martin's channel, I'll have more energy. But in the meantime, thank you very much. I just came from the gym, so I'm a bit tired. But thank you, guys, and I appreciate it.
Wins tackles! Wonderful goal! Title winner!
Perfect end to a perfect day. Manchester City 4, Manchester United 1. Oh, what a hedge! Oh, that's electrifying!
Hat-trick hunting, trick getting. Still the appetite is there for more. Oh, it is sensational!